Hey there, fellow explorers. Welcome back to Mr. FunFax, where today we're going to imagine a future where humans actually live on Mars. What would life be like? What would it take to make this dream a reality? And how soon could it happen? Let's dive in and simulate what would happen if we moved to the red planet. Let's fast forward to the late 2020s. NASA and private companies like SpaceX have been working around the clock to make human missions to Mars a reality. By 2029, the first crewed mission to Mars is ready to launch. After months of space travel, humans touch down on the red planet in 2031. It's a historic moment for humanity. But this is just the beginning. For the first few years, life on Mars is all about survival. The initial crew is small, and their primary focus is setting up basic habitats, growing food in controlled environments, and mining resources from Mars's soil. The goal? Create a sustainable base that can support long-term human presence. By the mid-2030s, Mars colonization begins to ramp up. New missions bring more supplies, technology, and settlers. The first permanent base on Mars is established around 2035, likely near the planet's polar ice caps, where water can be harvested. Early colonists live in domes and underground structures to protect themselves from harsh radiation and extreme temperatures. Life here is tough. Colonists wear spacesuits whenever they step outside, and the Martian day, which is about 24.6 hours, feels similar to Earth, but the year is almost twice as long. Over time, colonists adapt to life in low gravity, and innovations in agriculture allow them to grow more food. Still, most supplies have to come from Earth, and any mistake could mean disaster. Imagine living on Mars knowing a rescue mission from Earth could take over a year. As the colony grows, scientists and engineers begin working on something even more ambitious: terraforming Mars to make it more Earth-like. Around the 2040s or 2050s, we could start releasing greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide into Mars's atmosphere, trapping more heat and slowly warming the planet. This process would take decades, if not centuries, but the goal is to thicken the atmosphere enough to eventually have liquid water and possibly breathable air. By the late 2060s, we might even see the first artificial lakes forming on Mars, though colonists would still need advanced technology to survive outside. Terraforming is a long-term game, and at this stage, it's more about setting things in motion for future generations. By the late 21st century, life on Mars has transformed dramatically. With advancements in robotics and AI, Mars cities are now more self-sufficient. Martian settlers have built large, pressurized domes with parks, shopping districts, and schools. Water from underground ice and air from oxygen-producing machines keep the cities livable. Scientists are growing plants to purify the air, and with new advancements, Mars colonists begin to establish more of a Martian culture, distinct from Earth. By the year 2100, Mars could be home to tens of thousands of humans, living in futuristic cities. People work in science labs, operate mining facilities, and even create art inspired by the alien landscape. It's a tough life, but the colonists are making it work. Interplanetary travel between Earth and Mars is now common, though it still takes months to complete the journey. As the Mars colony grows and becomes more established, a new challenge arises: politics. By the 22nd century, Mars settlers might start asking for independence from Earth. With their own economy, society, and resources, many Martians feel they no longer need Earth to control their destiny. Tensions could grow as Mars demands more autonomy, and the first interplanetary debates over trade, travel, and resources begin. Imagine an entirely new civilization forming on Mars, with its own governments and laws, but still tied to Earth. Would Earth let Mars govern itself, or would there be a struggle for control over this new frontier? Finally, let's look into the distant future, 2200 and beyond. After centuries of work, Mars is fully terraformed. The planet's atmosphere is thick enough to support liquid water, plants grow in the soil, and the temperature is warm enough for humans to live outside without spacesuits, though the air would still need some help. By the 23rd century, Mars is no longer a barren wasteland. It's a vibrant, Earth-like planet with rivers, forests, and thriving cities. Humanity has truly become a multi-planetary species, and Mars is no longer just an extension of Earth, but a fully developed world of its own. So, there you have it, the incredible story of what would happen if humans lived on Mars. From surviving the harsh environment to creating entire cities and even terraforming the planet, the future of Mars colonization is one of humanity's most ambitious challenges. While these milestones are still decades, even centuries away, the dream of living on Mars is becoming more real every day. What part of Mars colonization do you think is the most exciting? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Mr. FunFax, and ring that bell so you never miss an adventure into the unknown. Thanks for watching, and keep reaching for the stars.